For the rest of the day, I try to make sense of what happened in the entryway with Mr. Sexy Douchebag. I shouldn't have just reached out and groped him that way. But his reaction was still surprising. Maybe he's just naturally a jerk, but why have I dreamt about him? Plus, there is that strange electric connection. None of it makes sense. The next morning, after a very rough night of nightmares, I head off to astronomy, relieved I can finally relax. I love learning about the stars. Even back in high school, during my emotionally detached days, I would stare up at the night sky and appreciate the beauty of each one, how they seemed to be separate but whole. The first time I ever experienced happiness was when I had been lying in bed one night, staring out my window at the stars shining harmoniously. The prickle showed up, and I smiled as the warmth of happiness swelled inside me. Ever since then, I've felt this strange bond with the night sky, like somehow I'm connected to it. The classroom is empty when I enter. Taking a seat at the back corner desk on the upper row, I set my book on the table and take a pen out from my bag. Although I don't have any future plans for my life, I hope that one day I can do something with the stars. I'm working on a general studies degree because nothing seems to fit right. Whenever I look forward and try to envision my future, all I see is light. The winter semester has barely started. There are a few extra students who show up, and some who drop out over the first few weeks. I notice a girl I've never seen before around campus walk into the classroom. Her golden brown hair is twisted up in a clip that matches the shade of her pink sweater. Her eyes are a fierce green, traced with brown liner, and there's something familiar about her. She smiles at me as she takes the seat in front of me and sets her purse onto the desk. "Hi, I'm Ashlyn Avery." "I'm Gemma Lucas." I feel strange because people rarely talk to me. Around sophomore year, I started to believe that perhaps I was invisible and that people couldn't see me. "Is it your first day in this class?" She nods and tucks a strand of hair behind her ear as she begins rummaging around in her purse. "I just transferred to UW." "Are you a senior?" She nods. "What year are you?" "I'm a senior too." "Oh, that's nice," she says, retrieving some lip gloss from her bag. "It's nice to meet a fellow soon-to-be graduate." She turns around and directs her attention to her phone. I stare out the window and watch the snowflakes drift down from the sky as people begin to wander into the classroom. There is a little yellow light flickering near a cluster of leafless bushes, like a lightning bug spazzing out. The longer I stare at it, the more it blends into the snow and fades away. Strange. I click the cap of the pen off as my thoughts drift to the guy I ran into yesterday. For most of my life, I've never thought of guys as anything more than people. Figures that filled up the school hallways and ran over me like I was non-existent. And in my past, that was fine. I never felt sad, lonely, or depressed. It was as if I was an object that filled up space, moved without cause, and served no purpose. Things changed when I started to feel emotions. It isn't like I want every single guy I come across, but I do have a very vivid imagination that is fed by my loneliness. If I had actual friends, then maybe my dreams and thoughts would tone down a little. As I put the cap back on the pen, my hand begins to tremble, and my gaze automatically dashes toward the doorway. My jaw drops. The guy from yesterday is